Varginha UFO Incident. On January 20th, 1996, reports of a UFO sighting quickly spread through the Brazilian town of Varginha, followed by multiple reports of a UFO. Two local farm boys described a cigar-shaped craft that emitted smoke as it descended in the early morning hours. Other witnesses also reported observing Brazilian military and police forces quickly sealing off a supposed crash site, hinting at a highly classified operation. The real mystery, however, ignited when three young women reported seeing a bizarre creature near their home. In their descriptions of the being, the women said it was humanoid, approximately 4 feet tall, with brown, oily skin. They noted an abnormally large head and, quote, spots like veins on the skin and some bumps on the head. They also described its eyes as, quote, 2 red balls. One of the women, named Lilian Silva, said, quote, I looked into its eyes and saw that it was frightened. Panic swept through the community, leading to the dispatch of 2 military police officers to capture the injured alien creature. One of the officers reportedly handled the creature without protective gear and tragically died just weeks later from an unidentified infection. The Brazilian government linked the alien sightings to a mentally unstable man with unusual physical characteristics known to wander the town, and a couple with dwarfism visiting the town's hospital. Fueling the fire were eyewitness testimonies from doctors and nurses who claimed that the creature, unlike any known earthly life form, was examined at Humanitas Hospital in Varginha before being whisked away to a nearby military facility. A 2022 documentary revealed claims from a veteran Brazilian Air Force traffic controller that a United States Air Force group made an unscheduled landing in the nearby city of Campinas on the day of the incident, dispatching 2 helicopters to retrieve unidentified materials from a site in Varginha. The documentary also uncovered footage of an interview with an eyewitness named Carlos de Souza, who provided a detailed account of the crash landing. De Souza arrived quickly at the site of the wreckage, strewn with aluminum-like debris and reeking of a powerful ammonia scent. Minutes later, according to de Souza, military trucks arrived and ordered him to leave under threat of being shot. There are claims that a film of 2 creatures captured after the crash may still exist, but it has not yet been released. To this day, Lilian Silva maintains, quote, what we saw was not human. Too big to move. Reports have emerged about the discovery of a UFO so large that it cannot be moved, sparking a frantic hunt to pinpoint its location. Due to the highly secretive nature of UFO research and related government agencies, journalism often relies on whistleblowers to divulge inside information, and that's precisely what transpired in June 2023. David Grush, a U.S. Air Force officer and former intelligence insider, shockingly revealed what he believed is a top-secret UFO recovery program run by the U.S. government. He alleges that this hidden program possesses extraterrestrial spacecraft and deceased alien pilots. In the preceding year, Grush took the audacious step of filing a whistleblower complaint with the U.S. Intelligence Community Inspector General. His goal was to share classified information with the Senate Intelligence Committee to unveil what he perceived as clandestine activities. These disclosures ignited renewed interest from within the United States Senate, where a new intelligence bill was recently proposed. This bill would allegedly mandate holders of non-Earth origin or exotic material from unidentified aerial phenomena to disclose it to the Defense Department within 6 months. Discussing the implications of this bill, renowned UFO journalist Ross Coulthart recalled a conversation with another whistleblower about a downed craft so enormous that it couldn't be moved. Allegedly, this gigantic UFO is hidden in a country outside the US, concealed within a purpose-built structure. These claims sent UFO hunters scrambling to find the location. Attention quickly turned to a circular structure measuring 270 feet in diameter atop a South Korean mountain. Online detectives, TikTokers, and UFO hunters began scrutinizing satellite imagery, noting an unusually large contingent of armed military guards around what is officially a radio station. Additional support for the massive South Korean UFO theory came from ufologist Dr. Stephen Greer. He described something similar and stated that the UFO in question had been downed using a substantial energy weapon. In response, NASA and the U.S. Defense Department issued a statement asserting that they have found no evidence of extraterrestrial life and were not involved in reverse engineering alien technologies. Reddit whistleblowers. On July 6, 2023, a lengthy Reddit post appeared, penned by an individual who claimed to have served as a molecular biologist for a national security contractor in a program to study exobiospheric organisms, or EBOs, a term used here to denote extraterrestrial life forms. The anonymous post used seemingly accurate technical terminology to describe how the author had been tasked with examining the molecular biology of these aliens from the late 2000s to the mid-2010s. Motivated by a desire for information transparency, the whistleblowing author acknowledged that, quote, when governments eventually disclose these secrets, they will undoubtedly provoke societal upheaval. The post detailed a laboratory at Fort Detrick, Maryland, complete with a covert basement facility where the EBOs were analyzed. Altogether, 4 EBO bodies resided at the facility, all reportedly retrieved from traumatic crash events. Visually, the EBOs were said to resemble traditional gray aliens often depicted in media, large-eyed, somewhat humanoid in anatomy, and standing approximately 5 feet tall. The author further described unique anatomical features, such as a protective skin film, large eyes suited for low-light conditions, equipped with 6 types of color-sensing cells, and a sophisticated brain seemingly designed for technological interaction. Utilizing advanced DNA sequencing technologies, the molecular biologist found that the EBO genome was a hybrid blend of Earth-origin genes and unidentified ones, suggesting that EBOs were artificial entities, possibly engineered for a specific yet unknown purpose. The biologist also divulged prior research on the EBOs that was accessible for review in the facility. According to these files, the EBOs embraced a fascinating belief system, perceiving the soul as a universal energy field that evolves in complexity alongside sentient life. As sentient beings gain experiences throughout their existence, they in turn augment the field in a positive feedback loop. This continual interaction further propels the complexity of this universal field. Eventually, when this field attains a certain critical mass, a transformation or apotheosis will occur. The exact implications of this apotheosis remain ambiguous. However, this pursuit seems to be the central driving force for the EBOs. This belief compels them to seed life, shape it, nurture it, monitor it, and influence it for the ultimate purpose of creating this apotheosis. As for the validity of this post, Reddit users highlighted the technical language and the author's relevant background knowledge. Other users, boasting qualifications in molecular biology, confirmed that the technical aspects of the post were indeed coherent. Despite skeptics labeling the post as mere fiction, one Reddit user argued, quote, if this is a LARP, it's one carried out by someone likely holding a doctorate in some field of biology. The more Redditors questioned the author, the more answers were provided. With each elaboration, the content's plausibility seemed to grow. While the author's true identity remains unknown, it is noteworthy, and perhaps suspicious, that the author subsequently deleted their account. Ocean objects. Given that water covers 71% of Earth's surface, it stands to reason that a significant portion of objects that have fallen to our planet over the years have ended up in the ocean's depths. In recent years, technological advancements have expedited deep-sea searches for otherworldly objects. Avi Loeb, an astronomer and researcher from Harvard, has been at the forefront of these investigations. After an expedition seeking the remnants of an interstellar object that fell near Papua New Guinea in 2014, Loeb reports finding evidence of extraterrestrial visitation. As part of a $1.5 million research project, his team explored the seabed at a depth of 2 kilometers using a magnetic sled pulled by a surface ship. Their goal was to locate remnants of the half-ton meteor. The magnetic sled revealed steel shards, wires, and approximately 50 metallic spherules, tiny metal droplets typically formed when asteroids explode. Fluorescent X-ray examination shows the spherules consist of a steel-titanium alloy, unlike the softer iron usually found in meteors. The This finding suggests that some level of advanced engineering might have contributed to their creation. Avi Loeb's hypothesis that a distant civilization might have produced these spherules seems increasingly plausible. He proposes that they could even be fragments of an alien ship that has been hurtling through space for an indeterminate period. While Loeb's findings require further verification, they are striking due to their scientific credibility. This credibility supports theories of UFO visitation and technologically advanced extraterrestrial species. Dubbed the alien hunter of Harvard, Loeb remains a controversial figure due to his beliefs about alien visitation, which challenge the views commonly held by the scientific community. Loeb reflected on his investigative methods, saying, quote, "It's easier to uncover extraterrestrial facts on the Pacific Ocean floor than to obtain them from the government." Mussolini's UFO. David Grusch, the former intelligence officer whose whistleblowing sparked the recent UFO frenzy, issued further statements in June 2023. He claimed that the Italian government and the Vatican recovered a non-human spacecraft in 1933, a fact allegedly concealed by the Five Eyes multinational intelligence agency. In addition, an Italian researcher, Roberto Pilotto, came forward, asserting he had obtained evidence of the 1933 crash and that Mussolini's government had established a covert department for its study. The documents that Pilotto gathered include telegrams demanding media silence about the UFO and threats of immediate arrest and maximum penalties for those who might violate this order. These threats appear to have been issued directly by Mussolini. Descriptions of the spacecraft, which supposedly boasts a classic flying saucer design, are also included. According to Grusch, 1933 marked the first recovery in Europe in Magenta, Italy. Reportedly, Pope Pius XII informed the American government, which then pursued its acquisition in the mid-1940s. The spacecraft, found partially intact, was stored in a secure Italian airbase until the close of World War II, when the U.S. Recovery Agency formulated a plan for its retrieval. The U.S. mission to recover the craft was successful. Grusch alleges that the government now possesses the craft, and that some U.S. citizens have even been killed to safeguard the agency's secrets. As with his allegations of a concealed giant spacecraft and top-secret U.S. government UFO recovery programs, David Grusch has yet to present solid evidence. A congressional hearing scheduled in the near future, however, seeks to thoroughly investigate his claims. Which of these UFO incidents seems most likely? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching Dark Vibe and growing the complexity of our universal energy field. Like and subscribe to continue exploring the greatest mysteries of this world and beyond.